spirituality without practice is no spirituality at all. Consistently having the attitude that everything should be offered to Swami should be ingrained in a daily routine. And that is what happened one time. Swami gave a discourse and he said, see, there's no need for you to do great sadhana to be able to achieve the spiritual purpose of your life. If only you offer everything to Swami, your all thought, words and deed, if you offer to Swami, that is good enough. And I thought, what an easy way. Whatever you do, you offer to Swami, and that way you reach the ultimate goal of life, the spiritual goal of life. So what I did was, I started thinking that, whatever I will do, I'll open my eyes and say, Swami, I opened my eyes. This opening of the eyes is an offering to you. Swami, I'm walking towards the bathroom to brush my teeth. Swami, this walking is an offering to you. Swami, I'm brushing the teeth that you have given me. This brushing of the teeth is an offering to you. Swami, I'm taking a bath. This giving of a bath is an offering to you. Like that, I went on and on offering everything to Bhagwan. Nearly a month happened in this particular sadhana. If I go to the college, I feel, Swami, my going to the college is an offering to you. Swami, I'm going to the sports stadium. This going to the sports stadium is also as an offering to you. So like that, I kept on offering everything to Bhagwan, one after the other. And one day, Swami came into my dream. And Swami, was giving darshan, and I was sitting in this particular place in the students category, and Swami looked towards me and went past and went to the gents devotees side, something around 50 meters away from me in the Kulwant hall. Swami went all the way back, and then Swami looked back towards me and said, come. And Swami is opening his arms and telling, come and embrace me. So I am understanding his indications. And I'm looking at devotees, and there's the ladies' side, and saying, Swami, if I come and embrace you right here in the open, how will it look? Is it going to be a little embarrassing? And all our mind continues in the three forms that we exist. Even in sleep time, our mind is actually working the way we have the orientation and attitude in our waking state. So I am having this kind of a feeling, Swami, can I embrace you, in full public view in the open like this? And Swami said, no, come. There's nothing to worry. And Swami opens his arms like this, and I go and embrace. Swami holds me like this. And he's so happy with me. And then Swami, keeps hands on my shoulder, like a proud mother. And then he looks into my eyes and says, I'm so happy you're offering everything to me. I'm so happy you're offering everything to me. So this offering, some people will say, oh, how can I do that? I'm so busy. I'm, busy from morning I get up, there's a lot of work for me to do. And night, when I go to bed, and there's still so much of thing on my mind. And I ask you, if you were dead today, will the world stop to spin in its axis? Will the whole world, will the heavens collapse? Or will this earth split into pieces? Nothing will happen. People will cremate you in 2 days' time, and the world will go on as usual. Nothing has happened. Lakhs of people today are dying in this particular pandemic. And we have to understand that we are not indispensable. So similarly, sometimes, when the MBA course was very intense, some of the boys who were with Swami, who had come only for the sake of being proximate to Swami, one of the boys was very crestfallen. He complained to Swami and said, Swami, since morning to evening, we have got classes, study, extra hours, and guest lectures, and then we have this industrial visits, and we have to have, submit our projects, and so much of intensity in our, MBA course. Swami, we are not even able to find time to think of you. Swami, we came for you, but we're not able to find even to think of you. And Swami surprised and said, oh, you're so busy. But in spite of managing the entire universe, I have got 24 hours to think of you. And the boy was totally astonished. He said, Swami, you think of us all the time? Swami said, yes, I'm constant integrated awareness. Whatever you think, whatever you do, whatever you speak, I register all of that. I have got time for all of you. But no, you have time for me. And then Swami said, in spite of being extremely busy, I will tell you a way by which you will have 24 hours still remaining with you. So Swami, it is impossible. We are so busy the whole day from morning to evening. We don't even have 24 minutes to think about you. And how do you say 24 hours are remaining? Swami said, yes, 24 hours are remaining. I'll tell you. And then all the boys who were assembled there were very listening to Bhagwan very intently. And Swami said, look, boys, the moment you get up, you open your eyes. For few seconds, think of me. Karagre Vasya Lakshmi, Kar Madhya Saraswati, Kar Mule to Govinda, Prabhate Kara Darshanam. Think of me. And then, when you do your Suprabhatam, when you go for your morning jogging and your yoga and everything, Do it as if you're doing it as an offering to me. Just for 1 second, as you start your practice, just think of me, offer a small flower at my lotus feet mentally and say, Swami, I'm going for Suprabhatam. Swami, I'm going for jogging. I'm going for yoga. I offer this to you. And Swami said, then continue with your actions. And your Suprabhatam, your Omkaram, your yoga and your jogging will become an offering to me. And Swami said, you go for your bath and cleansing of your system. And then you say, Swami, this body is given to me by you. And that is why it's a temple of yours. And I cleanse it today. And I offer this to you, Swami. And Swami will say, this particular cleansing process will become an offering to you. Swami said, you go to the college, you take the teacher as an embodiment of Swami alone, and take the knowledge that you are gaining there as an embodiment of Swami. Then this gaining of the knowledge will become an offering to me. So going to college will become an offering to you. You go to the sports stadium, you play as if you would play from Swami's team with all fairness, with all intensity. And then this particular games will become an offering. And Swami says, in spite of, if you take food, then don't think that you're taking food for yourself. You feel as if you are feeding Swami's face and feeding and satiating the Vashvanara, the Jatragni, the fire of the digestive fire inside of you, and take this as a homam that you are doing, and this eating process will become an offering to me. And Swami said, in spite of all your work that you do, when you go to the bed, don't feel that you're keeping your head on the pillow. Feel that you're keeping the head on Swami's lap, and your sleeping will also become an offering to me. And Swami said, if this way you lead your life in complete offering to me, in sacrifice to me, then in spite of being so busy, you still will have 24 hours to think of me. And that is a message that we must all take home. That we cannot give this excuse. I am busy. I don't have time. I don't know when will I do my sadhana. 24 hours are remaining with every person, in spite of how much ever busy he may be, either in the kitchen or in the office or in the shop or in any other place in the world. And this sadhana, we have to make it happen in our own life. Sadhana is not something that we do only in a meditation room, or when we go to the Samiti bhajans, we are doing sadhana, or when we are going on a pilgrimage, we are doing sadhana. No, that's a very wrong conception. That's a misconception by itself. And Swami says, sadhana is 24/7. And that is why if there is vibhakti, if there is a break, then it is no bhakti. As I said, for Radha, that dhara, that continuity of that flow of devotion has to be there. Then only we are full-time devotees. Otherwise, we will all become part-time devotees.